Hello everybody, it's me Emily. Welcome back to my channel. Now, today's video I am back with another anxiety talk, and this one has been bothering me and I keep hitting myself in the face because I really can't get my words right out of this. So this is going to be so hard for me to talk about, but I am going to try and really get you people to understand my fears and my frustrations about why I am scared to have the COVID vaccine. Now, obviously, as a health anxiety victim, obviously last year was absolutely terrifying because every little weird symptom I developed, it was terrifying. It was always about, oh my God, I've got COVID and stuff like that. And now that the vaccines and over 85 million people in the UK now been not fully vaccinated, obviously had their jabs. So that again has been a little bit reassuring. I hope I'm not shaking the camera too much. Obviously got the thing on the table. And so, I was very positive, about maybe going for the COVID vaccine. But I said to myself, as long as I have the jab done with a doctor I trust, a doctor I have known for over 25 years. But unfortunately, I remember the day before the day after I got the invite to have my vaccine, it turned out that my doctor has retired. So in other words, she's left. Now that really was very upsetting. I was completely devastated and I was frustrated because she was the only one I could count on. So the thing is that with the vaccines, now the reason why I am so scared to have the vaccine is because, obviously I am scared of needles. I am not scared of needles as much as I used to be back in the day, but they still do cause me a bit of fear. But worst of all, it is the side effects. And my mom is fully vaccinated. My sister has had her jabs. She's going to have her second one next week. They both have not had any side effects. Obviously, because, in other words, I think they were so calm. They were a little bit nervous about it, but they did not have any side effects at all. And I was so scared for my mom, but thankfully she had absolutely nothing. And the thing is that I'm always on TikTok, and this is the trouble with TikTok, you see, and it's the posters here. Yeah, the trouble with TikTok is that you see people showing that, they get their jabs and then a few hours later they get really ill. And I did say to myself, right, I need to take a break from TikTok. So I managed to do it for a couple of days, but obviously TikTok is so popular right now. It's even more popular than YouTube, which is very sad. But I really cannot. It's just the pressure on me, and of course, it's crazy. So, but worst of all is that I'm seeing people saying that they tested positive for COVID and yet they got their jabs, and they're urging people to get their jabs. And that is really putting pressure on me because there are people out there who are dying from the COVID vaccine and they're uploading side effects and stuff like that. And those side effects really do give me fear, give me so much anxiety, because it's when you have health anxiety and it's when you feel something is wrong with you, especially if you feel you're coming down with something, you always fear the worst. And that's a nightmare for me as well. And it's really difficult. It's for goodness sake. And it's the annoying thing is that I'm either on TikTok or on the news, or I'm on Google, and then they say a kid has died from the COVID vaccine and it was his first or second dose. Or some woman in Australia, again, had the COVID vaccine, she died. So that again is what's really putting me off it. And it's really frustrating because I feel like a bad person. I feel like I am neglecting my body. I am neglecting those around me. And I feel like I'm a dangerous person. And I do not want to feel like that. And I know I don't. I really don't feel like when I'm out in public, I feel like I'm a dangerous person, that I'm going to kill people. Even though, I've never had COVID. And I haven't had the vaccine. So yeah, it does cause me a lot of fear. And I don't know what I was going to say, but oh my God. But yeah. And then like I say to myself, right, for God's sake, Em, stop, saying to yourself or even thinking to yourself that you are a bad person, because I take my vitamins every morning religiously. Now, when I mean religiously, that means I never miss a day without them. I take my Actimel yogurt drinks every lunchtime and stuff. And again, I never miss that either. So I am trying to keep myself healthy and active. And even though that, COVID can still get to me, even if I'm trying to stay healthy, it's just so hard. It's really difficult. So, and it's really annoying because, and it's like, another thing about it is that I see people post on TikTok and like say how it's not safe and how the media is pressuring you into doing this. And what really annoyed me this morning, I was on the news and it said that the government is gonna encourage, give the young people a free takeaway if they go for their jabs, or get a free holiday or something. That is really out of order. You cannot threaten me. You can't encourage me. You can't put pressure on me. You can't award me with this, because I feel like that is the most childish thing ever. And what I feel like now is, I feel like a child just saying no to it. And I feel really awful about it, but I am so scared. Can anybody understand where I'm coming from? I am scared of the side effects, and I'm scared of dying from it. I am scared I could still get COVID with it. Because, there are people that I once knew before, and this was the start of the year. Apparently, one person I know, she's an ambulance, a paramedic driver, and she had a jab, and then a few days in, she got tested positive for COVID. So that, again, really terrified me. And worst of all, the blood clots. That's another big issue as well, because it was actually a week after my mom had her first jab. And that was when I instantly panicked, and it was crazy, absolutely terrifying. Because obviously, you only get the the blood clots if you have the Oxford AstraZeneca, and that was the one that my mom had. But of course, she's 60 now, so I'm sure it won't really affect her. It just affects young people. But obviously, hearing about the blood clots and everything, it was terrifying. So, and then that's when I said to myself, right, as long as I have it done with a doctor I trust, I will be okay. But when she retired, that's when it really did put me off. So the thing is, I really want to have the jab. I would if I could, but I don't know why I want it. But obviously, yeah, because of the side effects. But what I am more scared of is being judged, being teased, being threatened. And I feel like that is what's going to happen to me if I tell people no. And I feel like if you say to them that it's my body, I can do what I want with it. But what does make me worry the most is that they say, fine then, you put your body first, you'll just end up dead or something. And I'm scared that's going to happen one day. But yeah, and it's just terrifying. So yeah, and the annoying thing is that sometimes I have days, my mom and my sister, they have days where they look at the news and they go on about the COVID vaccine, and then they suddenly say, why are you saying this? Why are you saying that? If it does not last long or anything, doesn't give you that much protection. And then they suddenly start saying, I wish I never had the COVID vaccine. And again, it's oh my God, who do I agree with? It's so confusing in a matter. And another thing that really does frustrate me is that obviously in school, we was never educated on vaccines. Because I remember that in school, whenever we would have injection day this, injection day that, they never told me exactly what it was for. Obviously, with the HPV vaccine, they never told me about that. And then there was another one, I think back in 2011, there was another a virus. I don't know if it was the swine flu or something else. Again, they wanted me to have that done. But thankfully, I pretended to be sick. And they actually fell for it because they felt my temperature and it was quite high. So, yeah. But I am trying to say to myself, just have the vaccine, and then that way you'll no longer worry about it. But I just feel, what would happen if this happens? What would happen if that happens? And stuff like that. So yeah, and again, I have all these questions, and obviously I can't have it done with a doctor I trust anymore. And it really did frustrate me because my mum got fully vaccinated with her. So why couldn't I have that with her instead? Now, the doctor I've got now, I only met him once, and that was back in 2019. So I find it so difficult to trust him. And I could trust another doctor that I've known, again, for over 20 years. But the problem is he misdiagnosed me once or twice. So again, I really don't trust the jabs with him either. So I feel like, oh my God. And again, nurses and stuff like that. I mean, I'm supposed to trust them. But obviously, I really don't. So obviously, I do want the jab. But in all honesty, I don't feel ready for it. And I just hope that you guys can appreciate this. I will have the jab when I feel like it. But right now, I'm not ready. I don't care. I don't know how long it's going to take. But please put in your mind that I am not a bad person. I am scared, and that is okay. It's okay for me to feel scared. Okay for me to put it off. But please don't make me be a bad person because I am saying no. I don't know much about the vaccines. I know that it won't give me an allergic reaction or anything, but again, we don't know. I mean, I am allergic to penicillin, and the funny thing is that my mum is allergic to so much other medication, but she turned out all right. But then again, she had it done with a doctor that we all trusted. She knows about her medical history. She knows about her allergies and medication. But what bothers me is that, what if the other doctors don't know? What if the doctors don't know I'm allergic to penicillin, or if I'm allergic to something else that I don't know about and it's in there? So that is what really does cause me fear. Anyway, guys, I hope I said a lot just to help you guys understand that, you know, if anybody feels the same way about me, please let me know in the comments, and I'll give you a nice little heart because I love you all. And yeah, just hopefully you guys don't think I'm a bad person. So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this, and just remember, you're not alone, because loads of people probably feel the same way about me. And yeah, it's just terrifying. So anyway, guys, I'll see you guys very soon. Hopefully I'll be a little bit more happier, and just see how we go from there. Okay, bye.